YouTube, welcome back to another video. This video is, let me get it up, when a cop arrests the wrong person. I forgot who sent this in, but y'all know who you are, whoever sent it in. Y'all probably wondering where I've been, what's been going on. I've been going through a lot of stuff, you know. Life just been lifing and doing this thing. And me, I'm just trying to continue going. You know, we still got a goal to meet. We still, you know, trying to be big on YouTube. So don't ever feel like I'm ever going to give up on YouTube. I might have little moments where I'm going through stuff and I just need a little time to just, you know, just relax. But we're back. We have another video for y'all. I hope y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I think I already said that, but I'm gonna say it again just in case I skipped over that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, we're not gonna do no talking. We're just gonna get right into the video. Start the screen record. Screen record going. 3, 2, 1. Starting the video now.
Cops have little to no room for error in their job, having to deal with life or death situations daily. But what happens when the cops mess up and accidentally arrest the wrong person?
Yo, that's some bullshit. Get up, put your hands on the car.
Starting with the controversial case of Patrick Mumford. Patrick was just getting back home when 2 officers confronted him, claiming there were warrants out for his arrest. What the cops didn't realize, though, is that the warrants were for a completely different man, but this didn't seem to bother them.
What's your name? I'm gonna ask you one more time. We probably need to talk to you.
Morning, Charlie. Let me imagine.
Stand up. Turn around, put your hands in the car. What happened?
Patrick is justifiably nervous here after suddenly being confronted by multiple police officers, but still manages to give the cops his name. However, they decide that they don't believe him, and instead of asking for an ID or trying to confirm his identity in any way, they immediately decide to do this instead.
What I do? Man, what I do? Y'all ain't telling me what I do, man. You got a warrant.
He just came back from his probation officer.
I got taser.
See, this is why majority, not even majority, I feel like all cops get like a bad rep, because I just feel like as soon as y'all get the badge, like as soon as you put the badge on, you just feel like God. Like you just feel like you can rough somebody up, you can grab them out their car without even doing your research. Like I had this one situation the other day. I had got pulled over. I'm telling you, the cop was going a whole different direction, saw my car with the window tint, did a whole 360 and didn't even pull me over for the window tint, made up a whole lie just to pull me over and say he said something about stop sign. How did I not stop on a stop sign if his car is coming down? Would I just ran through the cars? I would have crashed. So that's what they do. They just make up reasons to pull you over, try to see what they can get. If they smell something in the car, see what they can, you feel me? Whole time he was going a whole different direction. How you see somebody's car and then you just do a whole U-turn and then gonna say I didn't stop at the stop sign or I didn't make a complete stop at the stop sign? How? If his car is coming down, what I do? So that's why y'all get a bad rep, because y'all just dishonest. Y'all just straight be lying. Like you never meet a liar till you meet a police. Y'all are Hall of Fame liars, like pathological beyond that. Just be making up stuff just to do this, and y'all never de-escalate. Y'all always make stuff 10 times worse than what it needs to be.
Coming out? You coming out? Come out.
See? What you trading for?
Now, you got 3 seconds. Hold on,
You need to ask for ID.
Get up.
Look, all now they didn't ask for his ID to make sure his name was Patrick. He said his name was Patrick. They was like, okay, stand up. They don't even believe him. Like, y'all about to feel so dumb.
Come out. 2.
He getting paid.
Move. You coming out or not? Come out. You got a warrant. You better get out of the car. 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 Move, Fox, move!
It took just 38 seconds from the police making first contact to giving the order to
See?
tase him.
They don't
According to the
de-escalate,
cops,
never.
Patrick was given numerous reasonable opportunities to comply with officers, but because of his resistance, they were left with no choice but to stun him. But even after being tased and detained, the cops still aren't finished roughing Patrick up.
Something was going on, man. Just off me, man.
He keeps reaching for his back. Ah! Oh, this is my hey, I can do all that.
Quit resisting.
I got it, guys. Just search whatever he's going for.
The cops search Patrick to try and find whatever he was reaching for, assuming he was hiding a weapon of his own. But predictably, they find nothing other than his wallet. This would end up being a blessing for Patrick, though, as inside his wallet, the cops found his ID.
I just seen this fucking lady.
Patrick Mumford.
This lady not gonna tell me that I got a warrant. I just seen her.
Here's the deal, dude.
How long I had a warrant?
I don't know if you got a warrant, because you're not who I'm looking for. But here's the deal. When we ask you for ID, because you look a lot like the person we're looking for.
When did they ask for ID? See, what I just say? Pathological. Y'all heard me. What I
That's
say?
ID. And when you start this whole
Just
fight,
be lying off the tongue. It's quick.
Give me this. But the way you came up, asked me out of nowhere.
Remember, the cops never once asked for Patrick's ID during the initial interaction. In a later report,
He's
the
full of
cops
shit.
also stated that they were worried he was reaching for a weapon when he was shuffling back in the car. So, do you think they would have been okay with him reaching into his back pocket for his wallet? He wasn't given any chance to correctly identify himself, but now the cop is patronizing him and saying he caught a case he didn't need to get. And above all, he's still being manhandled and forced onto the hood of their patrol vehicle.
What's the guy name?
Is there someone here that stays here that looks like you? Think about it.
Hey, John. Yeah. Guess what he's looking for?
Michael?
He is not Mike.
Okay, I know that now.
Oh, they thought it was my son?
Yes!
Really? They don't even look nothing
And
alike?
then besides that, he didn't even have
picture that we got, they look exactly.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at that picture. I mean,
Don't they
It's
look
not
alike?
far off. Okay, are we wrong?
For the record, this is the man they're looking for. It's difficult to draw even a single similarity in appearance, but the cops apparently saw
They
so
don't
many
look
that they were
alike.
comfortable with discharging a weapon at Patrick. Patrick was initially charged with obstruction and violating probation, and was fixed to lose his job and position at college. Thankfully, though, an internal investigation was launched into the 4 officers on the scene, and it was concluded that they didn't follow proper procedure. All 4 of the officers were suspended, and Patrick was awarded with a settlement of $100,000. But David Wiggins' story doesn't have such a happy
$100,000?
ending. He was
Good
pulled
for
over
him.
and forced out of his vehicle with not so much as a second thought from the police. But they failed to realize he too was the completely wrong guy.
Hands out the window! Take your right hand up in the door. Get on the ground. On the ground.
I don't mean to be. I'm gonna just go say it. I feel like women police are way more. They're way worse than the men police in some cases, cause they just do the most. Like the situation I just told y'all about the person pulling around. That was a woman cop, and you know how scary this lady was. Instead of just getting out her car, she gonna go on the speaker in the car and tell me wind the window down. Instead of just coming up to the car, I don't know who she thought I was. She thought I was like a drug dealer or something, just because I have dark tint. She's so scary. She started talking on the speaker in the car instead of just getting out the car and coming to the window like everybody else. Like, how you gonna be a police and be scary as hell?
Did you just run from me? Sir Craig?
And then you got a gun on him.
All right, put your hands behind your back.
David was put into cuffs and left on the ground at gunpoint after cops mistook him for a suspect. Apparently, the guy they were looking for had just fled them in a similar car with a similar license plate, and the cops pulled David over assuming it was the same vehicle. It's an understandable mistake, but realistically, the cops should have double-checked the plate as soon as they lost line of sight. Instead, they decided to wait until David was on the ground, handcuffed, and at gunpoint before even attempting to confirm he was their guy.
I'm going home. I did not win, I swear.
Since you give me that tag.
Suspect for a 2016 Dodge Challenger, last name Green. It's not a hammer. It's clear.
This ain't even him. Yeah, you good. You're good. That's scary.
She
You got
laughing?
Same tag, same car.
Oh, that would have blew me right there as soon as she laughed.
All right.
Like, it's funny.
You have a good one, okay? I'm sorry about that.
David was offered little other than an apology for the whole ordeal and was sent on his way after being correctly identified as the wrong guy. But that wasn't enough for David, and in July of 2023 decided to file a lawsuit against the city of Marion, claiming gross negligence, civil assault, battery, and false imprisonment. In the complaint, David alleges that he was forced to endure 3 minutes handcuffed on the ground with a gun to his head, not knowing if the next second would be his last. He also notes that the apology was a mockery, As of this video's upload, the case is still ongoing. However, when this cop in Florida was faced with the same situation, he managed to show exactly how you should handle it.
I'm not trying to get shot over this.
Do you really think we want to be out here killing people?
A deputy in Volusia County was looking for a burglar when he stumbled upon Joseph Griffin, a man who he said perfectly matched the description.
There is a burglary that happened. You kind of fit the description. Let me just make sure that you're not him, okay? All right.
I'm a vet. I have my ID.
Okay. Can I see your ID? Yeah. You literally, they said white tank top, black shorts, and they said that you had a beard. All right. So I'm not saying it's you, but it was a black male. Again, not saying it's you, buddy.
This cop is obviously aware of how difficult this very interaction can be, especially if it turns out he's not who he's looking for. So he approaches him politely and attempts to resolve the situation rather than escalate it.
Just bear with me, okay? Because you fit the description. I'm not saying you're guilty, but my sergeant's telling me to detain you. That's my sergeant.
I got you. I just had a daughter born 2 days ago, so I just have this on live.
It's live?
I'm not
Do you mind setting it down here? Just for now, I'm gonna detain you. Look, you're not under arrest. I'm detaining you right now because you fit the description, okay? Just hang tight for me, okay, buddy?
Joseph respectfully informs the cop that he's live streaming the interaction for his own safety before being detained. He's also told that he's not under arrest and not being charged with anything. They just don't want to give him the opportunity to run should he end up being the suspect.
I think I saw this one
We're not
before.
saying it's you, but you fit the description. That's why I'm detaining you. If it's not you, we're
I
gonna
would have
cut
been
you loose and you're
mad.
free to
Like
go,
me, I would have
okay?
been.
But
I would have
just
got. I would have got
CPR.
off. They touched me with
Why?
the handcuffs.
You know.
7 cop cars, though. Hey, everything going on is just a little bit scary.
Yep.
But you can still imagine how stressful of a situation this would be. He's doing a good job at staying respectful and composed, but you can definitely still tell he's on edge.
We appreciate you being very cooperative. Other people would just.
I'm not trying to get shot over this.
Nah, I would have went off. Me, I would have went. I know
Do you
me.
really think we want to be out here killing people?
They hear back
I'm
from the
quick.
witness who had just received a picture of Joseph.
So good news for you. The witness is saying that the clothes you're wearing and all that doesn't fit the description. It's called a show up. So we got a picture. Again, he's gonna run it through, make sure it's not you, and from what it looked like, buddy, you'll be out of here, okay?
A show-up is a method of identification where a witness is presented with a single suspect and simply asked if that's their guy. It's also worth mentioning that when looking for a suspect at large, police will only receive a quick rundown of the suspect's appearance. Adding extra details can create confusion and even cause cops to let the perpetrators go if they miss something small. This is why the description may seem vague and leads to false positives, just like this one is starting to look like.
What's your name, man?
Joseph.
Joseph. Hey, man, listen, Jake. Just want to say thank you for keeping a cool, good demeanor. We just got the picture finally from the witness, and I get why they went out with you for sure. Clearly not you, but the clothing description, everything matched. So obviously these guys didn't have that to go with. They just had a description and he matched it pretty good. But once we finally got the picture from the video surveillance and stuff, it was like, nah, that's not it. That's why I told him, like, get him out of here. I appreciate you being cool and understanding that, man.
Just like that, Joseph was sent on his way back to his wife and daughter with no further action taken against anyone at the scene. Later that day, the suspect was found and arrested. Both cases in this video so far have involved fairly innocuous crimes, but with no further action taken against anyone at the scene.
Look at the guy. How did that look like him?
Later that day, the suspect was found and
What
arrested.
the fuck? He got on long ass gray and one shorts. How you thought that was him? And then the cop gonna lie to him about white shirt, black shorts, knowing damn well he didn't say that.
Both cases in this video so far have involved fairly innocuous crimes, but that's all about to change in this next case, where a man is falsely accused of robbing a bank and shooting a man in the head.
You're not gonna tell me how to talk, all right? You shut your fucking motherfucking mouth!
In the early hours of the 25th of April 2020...
See, this was me. I swear to God, I should have recorded. This was me the other day when I got pulled over. I'm calling the other dude fat as hell. I'm telling him he about to die. I'm telling him his heart about to give out. Because I swear to God, this nigga obese as, like, I never seen a police officer that big. I'm chewing him. I'm chewing the lady. It's like 2 other cops. I'm chewing them. Y'all, when I say I was going off, I'm lucky I didn't get arrested that day. I thank God for freedom of speech because I was chewing. I was chewing everybody in sight. Anybody talk to me, they're getting chewed up. I swear.
Grand Junction
I was
police
not
received a
playing.
frightening phone call.
I was not playing with them.
704 Horizon Drive. I heard gunshots outside on Horizon Drive
Yeah, I
within
swear.
a minute ago.
I swear.
How many did you hear? Probably 4 or 5.
Later that morning, police received a second call from a nearby hospital, making them aware of a patient who had walked in on their own with a gunshot wound to the head. It was determined that he was injured on Horizon Drive, the same street the gunshots were heard on at 3 a.m. A few hours later, a man named Aaron headed to the gas station to stock up on supplies for a marksmanship event he was attending that day. Unfortunately for him, the gas station was too located on Horizon Drive.
I went to a gas station this morning to grab some stuff, and they were saying there was a shooting at 3 o'clock in the morning. So they have traffic blocked going out on the 70. So we might want to look to see if that's going to impact our route.
Little did Aaron know, traffic would be the least of his worries that day. After stopping at the gas station, he heads back to his hotel to charge his phone. On the way there, he misses an exit, so he uses his blinker to make a U-turn in front of the police blockade. He parks up for 5 minutes to charge his phone, waits for his friend to show up in his car, then stops at another gas station to wait for his other friends to turn up. It's at this point Aaron is approached by police.
Can I help you?
Yeah. Would you mind rolling down your window real quick?
No. What do you need?
I need you to identify yourself.
No, why?
Because
All right.
you're leaving the area
Hold on.
where a shooting occurred. Okay, well, can you please roll down your window more so I
No.
can talk to you?
No. What do you need?
All right, well, I need to identify you.
No, you do not.
My name is Officer Posadas with the Grand Junction Police Department. And this is my corporal right here. This is Corporal Church
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
All right, so I need you to identify yourself.
No, that's not how it works. I have rights as an American citizen, right?
What Aaron is saying is completely true, and he is well within his rights to refuse to identify himself. However, that doesn't necessarily mean it's always the best idea. Regardless, in this situation, Aaron clearly wishes to exercise this right, to which the cop isn't best pleased. This is when things start to escalate quickly.
You do not have articulable suspicion that I've done anything.
I actually do.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Possible attempted homicide.
You suspect me, actual me, of committing possible attempted homicide.
Well, your cooperative behavior right now does not help your cause.
No, I've done absolutely nothing. I pulled into a gas station because my friends are here, because we're going
Just
to...
keep an eye, they're associated.
At this point, Corporal Church heads over to Aaron's friends, where he discovers that his name is indeed Aaron, and that it matches up with the registration on the vehicle. Meanwhile, Officer Posadas attempts to shed a little more light on why Aaron is being highlighted as a suspect.
Right,
You're leaving the area of a crime.
Exactly.
With a similar colored vehicle, similar nature to the description.
What description of that vehicle did you get?
I got a darkened colored sedan. 2 people also stated that one of the suspects may be of African American descent.
With this information, you can see how a cop would suspect Aaron. He's a black male in a similar vehicle. But things start to get much stranger as you dive deeper. In the official report, it was determined there were actually 2 suspects, one white and one black. And a more detailed report of the vehicle describes a car more similar to the one that Aaron's friends are driving. It seems as though the cops are ignoring every sign and targeting Aaron for no reason. Something that only becomes more
That's what
obvious
they do,
as they
like,
allow
it's-
his friends to leave, but keep Aaron at
Wow.
My buddies that just left, they were also in a dark sedan. But you aren't fucking stopping them and questioning them.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that
Nope.
Sorry that you
Shut
feel
your
that way.
fucking mouth. I don't want to fucking talk.
You're not gonna tell me how to talk, all right?
This was
You
me.
shut
This
your
was me.
fucking motherfucking mouth.
Corporal, come up here. It's not working.
He like me for real. Talk that shit.
Screaming, yelling at me. Told him that his vehicle matches the description, gave him blah, blah, blah. He's very upset right now.
Why are you not cooperative?
Because I don't have to be cooperative with your investigation.
Well, you have to ID yourself. Though.
No, I do not. Tell me why I have to ID.
Well, Colorado state law says you do.
I want you to explain why me as a person, have to ID to you.
Colorado state law says you do.
The cops continue to ask for Aaron's name despite having already been told by his friends and realizing it matches up with the name on the vehicle. But perhaps the funniest part of this entire interaction is what happens when Aaron instead asks for the sergeant's name.
What's your name and your badge number? What's your name and your badge number?
Well, I'm not going to give that to you.
You have to.
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
You are a public servant. I'm asking for your name and badge
You also have
number.
to give me your name.
No, I do not.
Okay. So you wanted me to explain to you why I'm asking
for you to identify yourself.
Yes.
Because
and
we had an
first-
incident happen
first-
here.
Wait, hold on. First,
Okay.
please
Sorry.
give me your name and your background.
Okay, well, no, I won't give you that right now.
What do you mean you won't? This is the most ridiculous thing
So,
I've ever
I'm telling you,
encountered.
It's important to note that the Grand Junction Police Department require police officers to identify themselves upon request, but the sergeant later claimed he simply forgot. Aaron was never made aware of why they targeted him so directly at the scene, but in the official police report, the cops say that the reason they suspected Aaron was because of the U-turn he made. Remember, he simply missed his exit to the hotel, and there the road ahead of him was closed, leaving him with nowhere else to go. They also alleged that he didn't use a turn signal for the maneuver, something that can easily be disproved by listening to Aaron's dashcam footage.
See, what did I tell y'all? Pathological. They just be making up anything to pull somebody
As you'd
over.
expect,
That's what
an
they
internal
do.
affairs investigation was launched into the officers at the scene, and it was conducted that there was no wrongdoing, and the cops conducted themselves perfectly. Aaron has
Of
since
course there
launched his
wasn't.
own lawsuit against the Grand Junction Police Department, but as of this video's upload, the investigation is still ongoing. Check out Aaron's channel linked below for updates on the situation.
I told y'all, this is what they do. They straight be lying. Talking about he didn't use his blinker when it's on. I gotta get a dash cam. Now I gotta get a dash cam because that could have saved me from what I went through the other day with this lady. I gotta get a dash cam. I told y'all, they just be anything they could see to pull you over. They're gonna make it up, lie, just be saying anything. That's why I don't like watching these videos because they get me angry, and I'm not even in the situation. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. More reactions coming soon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. We out.